Hey guys, Jack Hunt here. What I decided to do is a video of more usage of my new alcohol stove, and what I'm going to do is cook up the partridge that I got during my last hunting outing. I made a video on that already of the hunt. Unfortunately, I did not get the actual shot on video. My camera decided to go kaput. Actually, the battery died because it was really cold. I only got 15 minutes of video out of my whole day. So one method of cooking the partridge in a meal using my alcohol stove. Now my preferred method is to use campfire. Basically cook the whole breast on the fire, but today I'm going to show you how you can also do it with an alcohol stove, or maybe this could be also done at home on your stove, your range rather. What I'm going to do is use my frying pan here as a cutting surface to prepare the meat. What I have here is the breast from the partridge I shot yesterday. Okay, as you can see, there's absolutely no meat damage here. Okay, the bird was about 30 yards away from my position, and it was a broadside shot like this here, and I shot it right here, right at the base of the neck, so the bird didn't suffer at all, and I was rewarded with a perfect breast. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is and my preferred method. Now the reason why I'd rather cook it on an open flame or open fire instead of doing it this way is that you get most of the meat off the bone. When you cut into it like this here, there's gonna be some meat that you can't get off. Okay, but when you cook the whole thing as a whole, you end up with less wastage. But I don't have the luxury of making a campfire here today, so I'm going to use this method. And what you want to do is cut it into the smallest pieces as is practical. Okay, like that's pretty good. And put that in our pot. The reason why you want small pieces, it's quicker to cook, and what you want is to have it cooked straight through, and I find that boiling is very effective. And partridge is really good. It's some people call it chicken of the woods because it really does remind me of chicken once it's cooked. It's got the same consistency. It doesn't taste like chicken, but it's good. Let's move on to the other side. What you want is a nice sharp knife to cut right through, no problems. Now of course, out in the woods, I wouldn't use this method because, see here I have a nice countertop to work on. Out in the woods, finding a nice level flat surface is sometimes hard to come by. So I would cook the whole thing over top of the fire and then just cut it up and throw it in my pot, or just eat it as is. And the reason why I'm tugging at it like that is to get the maximum amount of meat off of the bone, or whatever you want to call it, cartilage. It's not really bone. Sometimes you have tendons or whatever in there. No big deal. Just peel it off. that. Look at that nice slab of meat, huh? There's no preservatives, no nothing in this meat. Very healthy. Very lean too. Wild animals don't have a whole, well, I gotta watch what I say there because bears are pretty fatty meat, but generally speaking, wild game doesn't have a whole lot of fat because, well, there's not a whole lot of food out there that will fatten them up because they're always on the run. Up here in Canada, the weather's so cold, so just sitting around doing nothing, you burn a lot of calories, so the meat is very, very lean. So if you want to fry partridge, you'll need a cooking oil of some sort or some sort of fat so that it cooks properly. Yeah, it's too bad that I didn't get the shot on video. My camera died because I could have showed you the whole process of stalking the game, actually shooting it, cleaning it, and now the preparation. My partridge all cut up nice. Okay, so there's a fair bit of meat in there. I'd say there's enough meat on one bird for 2 meals. If you can stretch it out for 2 meals, or 1 meal for 2 people for 1 bird. You know, that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to boil the bird up, and then I'm going to add some rice. I've got half a cup of rice here. I think this stuff is parboiled rice. Okay, so it's not the minute stuff, it's the actual the real rice. So I got half a cup here. This should be more than enough for 1 meal for myself. Alright, so I got about half a custom spice. It's just a general spice. It's made up of 7 different spices all mixed in together. It's just something I came up with a while back as a general purpose usage spice. I'm gonna put some in here just like that. Here we got some wild game, and you should always cook it well. So I'm gonna put probably I would say about 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces. I don't normally put that much in here, but I want this to be cooked and cooked well. Lighter keeps going out. It's too cold, eh? So that's why we have a backup method. And again, instead of striking down and risking spilling the fuel all over the place and starting a fire, what I'm going to do is keep this stationary and pull back on the fire steel or the magnesium block. That was close, but yeah, we're good. Sort of use your judgment on there, but when you look at the meat inside, the way you can tell if it's cooked or not is the same as chicken. You know, when you buy chicken, it's a clear color, just like this was. And when partridge is cooked, it's the same as chicken. It's a chicken of the woods. It turns white and kind of stringy. All right, so I'm gonna let this boil.